Well, hello everybody. I am back for another craft and chat. Craft with me, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to pick up where we left off yesterday. But first I want to give a shout out to a new Patreon, Lynn in Virginia. Thank you so much. Welcome to the tribe, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions or concerns. If anybody's interested in Patreon, the link is down below. Trying to find my words. It's almost noon, and I feel like it's been a whole day already. So yesterday I did these tags and put them in my fancy book press here, and look at how nice and flat they are. That's just overnight. So if you're wondering how to make your stuff flat, throw it in a big old dictionary overnight. Put some more dictionaries on top of it. You'll be good to go. That's the Ricky method. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's not just Ricky, but it works. So these are the tags that we made yesterday, and I wanted to come back through today and add some words and some kind of a tab on the top, because we're going to be putting them in these little envelopes. So I pulled out, I have 2 drawers of pre-made words, and I contemplated just getting out the, find your words, Ricky, the typewriter, and making my own, because that would be preferable, but I don't think it's happening today, so that's okay. It's all right. This is going to be just fine. So, yeah, here we go. Let's see. That's kind of cute. Be true to you. I like that. This little bin here is mostly just free printables. I just go on Pinterest and type in free word printables or quotes printables or something, and see what I can find. And these came up, so I kind of like how that size is. I also could do some of these. I'm gonna mix them up a little because I will be selling these in sets of 3, so it's not like it matters if they aren't all the same. In fact, I'd prefer they not all be the same. So, yeah. It's kind of cute. So yeah, I've already feel like it's been a day already. I had 4 book orders to get out the door this morning, so I got those packaged up and took them to the post office, and then we had to go to the bank because my husband had deposited a check that they ended up crediting us less money than the check was for, and we couldn't figure out why. Well, it was because the person had accidentally written the wrong amount in the words part of the check, which was fine. I mean, he just has to go back to that guy and have him rewrite that amount. So, not a big deal, but we couldn't figure it out. And okay, 2 bankers couldn't figure it out either. They finally had to get somebody else in there to look at it and figure it out. So it wasn't just us, but now I know what to look for. And then I had a grocery pickup order, so I did that. And I was gonna stop at QT. Well, I did stop at QT to get my Diet Coke and crushed ice, and all of their ice machines were down, out of order. So that was very sad. So now I'm drinking my plain sparkling water with my regular ice cubes from my old-fashioned trays in my freezer. And that's fine. And now my husband and daughter are off to the work yard, and it's quiet in here, so I'm taking this opportunity to talk to you guys and get some work done. I'm gonna get these done and listed in my Etsy shop, and then I also have some rusty fabric to get packaged up and get that listed. And I've got some rusty tags I want to get listed as well, so lots to do today. So do you guys have any fun plans for the weekend? I really don't. I will probably be working in one capacity or another. That's kind of how I roll. But Sunday is supposed to rain. Sunday is my husband's day off. And he usually goes flying his RC airplanes on Sunday, but not when it's raining, of course. So we might have to find something interesting to do. I don't know what that will be, but I'll be thinking about that. Maybe we'll go see a movie if there's anything good. Let's see, so I'm gonna cut it here. Here's some interesting, actually I'm going to put some glue on this because I don't necessarily trust the stickiness of a sticker. So have you guys heard of grounding? Like, you know, like standing barefoot on the ground, and it's supposed to be like good for inflammation and all that stuff. Well, we bought some grounding sheets, which feels very woo-woo. I don't think they're doing anything, but my husband thinks they are. We've only had them on the bed like 4 nights. So they have like silver threads running through them. And then there's this like grommet that you attach, I don't know, an electrode type thing to, and then you plug it into your ground plug of your outlet. And it's supposed to ground you overnight and help with all the things. So, yeah, my husband says, well, you have to give it time. You have to give it like a month. Okay. We'll see. I'm just curious if anybody else has any experience with that, or if I'm just a little wackadoodle. Could be. Would not be the first time in my life. So that's new. What else? I decided to, I think I told you this yesterday, that I talked about listing some of the books that I've been hoarding for making into journals. So I decided what I'm gonna do is 10 on Tuesday. 10 books for $10 a piece at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. So now I have to decide which 10 I'm gonna let go. I know I say this all the time, but I just love old books. I love them so much. I cannot explain it. And the funny thing is, I don't even read them. Like, I mean, I've read some of them, but for the most part, oh, I forgot to put glue on that. For the most part, I don't read them. I don't know why my dog is barking. Let me check real quick. What's the problem? Oh. She's outside. That's why she's barking. I forgot. I'll be right there. I'm so sorry. I have to give her a treat. That's the drawback of filming when no one else is home. Nobody else to let the poor dog in. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if you could hear all that. I had let the dog out and I forgot, and she wanted back in, so then I had to give her a treat because that's what we do. It's a whole program around here. She got duck jerky. I was buying duck jerky from Dollar Store, but then I found it on Amazon, 2 pounds for like $17. So she's just a little dog. It'll last her a long time. Let's see. Trying to figure out which ones I want to put on here. I kind of like this thing. Not all who wander are lost. We used to say that about geocaching. Any geocachers out there? I really miss it. We used to do it quite a bit when my daughter was younger. It was a great way to get out and see things that we hadn't seen before and have a little walk, you know. But when we moved to Arizona, we didn't really do it anymore because I'm not a fan of taking a walk through the desert and what I might run into out there. Rattlesnakes, tarantulas, scorpions. Did it again. You know, geocaching, they have a little hidden canister or whatever. I don't want to be poking around in cactus finding out what's in there. I did try to find a couple when I first got here, but yeah, it definitely changed. It wasn't like it was in Washington because it just was a little creepy to me. Let's see. Make sure I have a good variety of different styles here. 3 of those and 3 of those. But anyway, yeah, when we were living in Washington, oh my gosh, there were some great geocaches there. And, you know, took us down through really neat territory. Old logging trails and down paths along the beach and the coast there. And I don't know. I miss it. So I'm hoping if we ever get out of the desert, that's a hobby we could pick up again. I'm sure my daughter has no interest in it anymore. She's 18 and, you know, her favorite place in the world is Target, so. But my husband and I would love to do it. Just take a little picnic and head out. I think it'd be great. One time we went down this old logging trail, and it was a series of caches down that trail, and it was so neat. It took us over this old bridge way back into the woods. It's just cool, and you're just alone out there because, you know, unless there's another geocacher out there, people just aren't trekking around out there. So, very peaceful. Let's see. Let's do another one of these. I don't resonate with that saying. I feel like I need to bulk up my sayings. I kind of like that, but I think that's too big, yeah. I don't think I can make that fit. Just keep going. Yeah. Break the routine, that's a good one. Oh, it's just a little bit too big. Never mind. Too big. All right. Did I already do 4 of these? No. This will be the 4th one of this style of words. I was trying to think of some of the other geocaching we did in Washington. There's one that took us through the dunes and down the beach. That was pretty neat. It was hidden in an old driftwood log. We used to live less than a mile from the ocean. And it was really nice, but it also was, we always had to be worried about tsunamis, and I don't know, it rained a lot. I mean a lot. And when it wasn't raining, it was foggy. So that part wasn't so awesome. And then we went from that extreme to living in the desert. So now I could just go for some middle ground. That's what I'm thinking. Although seeing all the blizzard reports and whatnot, and my mom said it was 12 below zero at her house this morning, I'm like, is that really what I want? But I'm thinking if I can find somewhere that's just not quite so far north, but also far enough north that it's got trees and water, and that, you know, that would be good. Okay. I like that. When you know better, do better. I think we'll do that. yeah, it's still a bit of a mystery where we will end up. We're just being open to possibilities and watching the housing market, and I don't know, just hanging in there until something tells us it's time. So far, it's not time. I don't know if this little blemish on his face is just part of it. Looks like it. Just part of using vintage materials. It's the way it goes. Okay. Character everywhere. So yeah, if you are a geocacher, let me know. Let me know where you live and how often you do it and all that. I think it's kind of neat. I don't know how many people do it now. You know, if it's kind of a thing of a, you know, not as popular anymore, or if there is still a whole underground of people doing that. Okay, we did that. Now I need to do the little tabs like on this one so that there's something to pull them out of the little envelopes. Trying to decide if I want to do fabric or I've got this little burlap ribbon. Let's see how that looks. I think I got this at the Dollar Tree a long time ago. Oh, okay, well, that's one thing. Stuck to the tape and then it unraveled. Okay, so let's see if this is practical or not. It's kind of thick, which isn't really the end of the world, but it's gotta fit down in there. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the fabric. I think I like that better. So this is some old feed sack that I got from my mom. Oh, it's actually an old rice bag. I wish that like the companies that did flour sacks back in the 30s, that they would still do it. So cool. Just such a great concept. All right, we're not gonna fight with that on camera. We're just gonna get another one and we're gonna be all right with that. But yeah, I love those old flour sacks and feed sacks that they would repurpose into clothing and whatnot. Such a neat thing. All right. See how this looks. Just like that. I like it. Use my tiny attacher here. Sorry if you can't see that. Pretty cute. All right. I'm gonna put this dude in here. There we go. Fun. I like it. One down, 11 to go. Just gonna cut handfuls of these. Will I throw this scrap away? No, I will not. It goes in my little scrap bin. The tiniest of scraps can be useful, just depending on your project. All right. Oops, wrong way, Ricky. Try and make sure I get it somewhat in the middle. Cute. All right, you can go back in here. I really wanted to stop at the thrift store today. The thrift store is on my way to the grocery store, but my husband was with and he had work to do today, so I figured I wouldn't hold him up. But you know how it is when you go past the thrift store and you look at it and you wonder what you're missing today. No, just me. I want to trim that just a little bit. Last time I was in there, they had an ice cream machine for, I think it was $20 or $25, and it was still in the box. I think it was used probably, but it did have its box. And I had bought one from that thrift store maybe 2 months ago, and it works. And I have developed my own non-dairy ice cream recipe. Do you want to know what it is? It's so simple and it is so delicious. I mean, non-dairy ice cream is pretty expensive. And I'm like, it can't be that hard, right? So I get organic coconut milk in the can from Amazon. Thai Kitchen organic coconut milk. And it's, I don't know, less than $2 a can. And, okay, so 2 cans of that and 3/4 of a cup of honey. I use local honey, but anyway, 3/4 of a cup of honey. Some vanilla extract, which I never measure. We measure vanilla extract with our heart, not with a measuring spoon. And cinnamon, a few shakes of cinnamon. That's it. I blend it all up with my stick blender, put it in the ice cream machine, and it makes this awesome cinnamon vanilla ice cream. Now, if you don't like coconut flavor, you probably won't like it. But to me, it is the most creamy, delicious, non-dairy ice cream ever. And I just love that it's so simple. So, I'm like thinking maybe I should have a backup ice cream machine in case this one dies, because it is kind of making some gnarly noises. Oh, I got kind of close to the edge on that one, so I'm just going to put a little squidge of glue on here for some reinforcement. Squidge. I wonder if that's an official measurement. A squidge of glue. I don't think it is, Ricky. I think you made that up. Okay. I also kind of want to flatten this I think because it's right on the edge that it didn't get super flat, so. Anyway, so this thrift store, they have different sales all the time, so they'll put like a whole department on sale. Well, they put several departments on sale at once. So I'm waiting for kitchen appliances to go half price, and then I'll buy that if it's still there. But I did not stop in today, so we don't know. We don't know. But that's okay. I have a pretty good, like, I feel like if it's meant to be, it'll still be there when I go. And if it's not to be, then not meant to be. If it's not still there, I didn't really need it. So I don't worry about it too much. They do have a pretty good turnover there, though, of product. I'm surprised how often it's fairly busy in there on a regular basis. It's kind of off the beaten path, so it's interesting. But it is right across the road from, like I don't know, it's not a, I think it's a 55 and over, like, it's like an apartment complex, but it's massive. So, you know, because Arizona is where people come to retire. So I'm sure a lot of the shoppers are just retirees with looking for something to do, browsing. They have one little rack of children's clothing in there. It's really sad, but I'm thinking that's because most of their donations come from elderly people. But I always take a look at it for my grandkids, because the children's clothes are 25 cents a piece. So no big loss if it doesn't fit or they get it dirty or whatever. I really do love thrift stores, though, for the sake of keeping stuff out of the landfills. I feel so strongly about that, like that there is so much we could do to reduce our waste, and that's why I try to use a lot of repurposed things and not buy a lot of new. It's just so much more satisfying to me if I can use something, give something a new life, you know? So, you ladies are just little cutie patooties. Okay. And it's interesting to me, I did not get that one centered, but maybe we do a second one. It's interesting to me how, like, in the junk journaling world, things are valuable to us that other people just go, why in the world would you want that? And we're like, that is treasure to us, you know? So, like old photographs and stuff. I know people that just throw old photographs away because they don't know the people in them. And it makes me sad. I'm like, no. I wish that I would have made these words go a little lower, but that's okay. It works. or I would have cut the windows different. I don't know. This is all an experiment anyway. So it's all good. I tend to want to overthink things, and I need to not do that, so. But I was telling my husband when we were in the thrift store a couple days ago, I was looking in old photo albums. They weren't cool old vintage photo albums. They were like from maybe the 80s, you know, they had that magnetic plastic sheets in them. But I always look inside of the photo albums in hopes that somebody left the photos in there. But, you know, they don't. There's this site group on Facebook that somebody encouraged me to join because they said people are always cleaning and getting rid of things. And so it's called, I can't remember what it's called, but the thing that they're doing is called Swedish death cleaning. And it's basically just like going through all of your stuff so that, and getting rid of stuff that's unnecessary so that when you pass away, your kids aren't stuck doing that and trying to figure out what to do with all your stuff. So these people, and I think that's a good idea, but these people are cleaning stuff out and they're like, yeah, my kids don't want this, my kids don't want that. But I just didn't have, I don't know. It seemed not cool to me to say, hey, can I have it? Like, I don't know, if they were wanting to say, here's a whole bunch of stuff, I'd like $30 for it, I'd have been okay, yeah, sure, I'll pay it. But wasn't really how it was going, so I didn't stay on the site, but it does make me wonder how much stuff is gotten rid of that, you know, we would love as junk journalers, that other people just don't know it has value to us. Like, my mom was talking to the librarians in her little town. They have a book sale a few times a year. And she was asking them about old books that are falling apart, like I would use to make journals out of. And they were like, oh, well, we usually just recycle those. Nobody wants them. I'm like, I want them. That's exactly what I want. Kills me. So that's always part of my mission, is to save the books, save the old books, and give them new life. So, all right, we are done. Where is my pin? I don't know. I lost my pin for my glue. I'll find it when I turn the camera off. So, ta-da! That didn't take us too long, and I'll go ahead and get these listed on Etsy and move on to my next project of the day. Thank you guys for hanging out. You're awesome. If you enjoyed this craft and chat, give it a like, and if you're not subscribed, I would love to have you as a new subscriber. And I'm still looking for my pin, and I don't see it, so I don't know what I did with it. Here, I'll just take a different pin from up here, put it in there. So anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you next time.